Well, I wanted to talk about this case today. I don't really feel like doing this show today, but we're going to do it. I feel like when I'm not in the studio, it's very hard for us to be on the road now and not be in the studio because we got to be out here doing stand-up and we're just borrowing studios from, assorted psychopaths that have podcast studios in their homes, which are generally people that are unwell because they are, coming down. What did he say? He recorded 100 episodes? Mm-hmm. So he found 100 dying people. Mm-hmm. He found 100 people who were dying and spoke to them and said, would you like to do a podcast before the end? Where does he find 100 dying people? I couldn't find 100 dying people. I know very few dying people. Where does he call the hospitals? You think he has a guy in the hospital on the inside that goes, yeah, they're right about to check out. You guys, he's in the end stage 4 pancreatic cancer. You want to come down here? Or you want to set up? Or do they bring, I guess they bring the people in here. So there's been 100 people
brought down here
that were about to die.
To the basement.
And the last thing they see is this fucking setup. The last thing they see is a ring light and a camera. And then he said it's for his product. What's his product?
I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. All these tech companies, they're very, you don't really know what they do. You look at their website, it looks nice, but you don't really know what's going on. And you just sort of go, okay.
Well, I hope that he's successful and whatever. This story really got me good here because I was a bad driver. Life is really about a collection of minutes, truly. I mean, the things that matter in your life, the drudgery of the everyday, like me doing this is like drudgery. But it's the minutes of it that make it special or horrible. It's one of the two. And these split-second things, you wake up one day, you go, I'm going to do this, and then something happens, and your entire life can be ruined. Mm-hmm. Or it can, be saved, maybe. This was a kid, and I don't know how the story stumbled. I go down to Tampa sometimes, and I read the Tampa Bay Times. And there was an article about this kid who got into an accident while racing his buddy. He was 18 years old. He was in a new Mustang that his parents bought him for graduation. He graduated high school, and he was racing on this thing, this road. It's called Bayshore Boulevard in Tampa. And Bayshore Boulevard is this kind of iconic roadway that's framed with all these beautiful, stately homes. They're beautiful, multi-million-dollar properties. And his speed limit was about 45. I think they've moved it down to 35. I went with my, rental car, and I drove around the area where this accident was. And this guy was doing 102 miles an hour on that road, racing a friend. Mm-hmm. Now, as he's doing that, a young mother, is crossing the street with a baby. And he sees her. The other car swerves out of the way. He then stops or tries to stop. The car gets about 30 miles an hour. He hits her and kills her instantly. The baby, thrown out of her arms, taken to the hospital, dies the next day. Charged with vehicular manslaughter and received a sentence of 24 years. Rich, white, good-looking. Kid is insanely good-looking. Family was rich. Lived in a wealthy area of Tampa. They sold their house. Yeah, play one of his. That's the suicide suit they put him in, which is great. They put you in a green suicide suit. Now the other one, who's a little bit of an uggo, he got 6 years.
Oh.
And this kid's brother, who was sitting in the car next to him, it looks like Shrek, got no time at all. So a lot of people feel bad for this kid because he's so good looking, and a lot of people, like young girls on TikTok are like, they're uploading all these things, like videos of him to, I'm in love with a criminal and these songs. And here's his TikTok. We'll play it. This is what he was doing. This guy, by the way, is now in the Florida State Penitentiary for 24 years. And just because, he made a mistake, and I'm not saying that, he shouldn't be punished. He should be. I mean, this is the family, happy family. They're all going skydiving. They don't know that the end is coming. Look at the one on the left, like Shrek. Now, the end, look at it. You're going to put him in jail. Why is this woman walking her child pushing her child? Like the idea that, first of all, look at that. The idea that she's blameless here is a little ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous. No, I'll be very honest with you. I understand he should be punished. I understand he did the wrong thing. But this is this dude's whole life here. And it's a tough call. Because on one hand, you have this beautiful, promising, white, rich guy who's going to have this great life. And then on the other hand, you have this woman with her baby who's also a female. And her fat husband who's crying. So look at it. Can we get the fat husband? Get her husband right here. Look at that thing. Now it's sad.
Yeah.
That they're dead. I'm very sad about that. It doesn't seem fair. Mm-hmm. Now, Google Tristan Heron, because I am very much in favor of putting him in jail, because look at that. Look at him. Imagine having 2 children and one of them is that. One of them is this movie star, and then the other one is that. Put him in. He belongs in the Florida State Penitentiary. Look at that goon. Now, and listen, it is just amazing because listen, we've all driven drunk. We've all done the wrong thing. Many of us don't race our cars. That is stupid. But anyone can make a big mistake and their life can be over. And that's the lesson here. But not anyone can be that good looking. It's a fact. It's a true fact. When good looking people go out in the world, they inspire other people. People can fantasize about them. People can stalk them, can want to be them. People can subscribe to the things they do. They're an economy. Good looking people can be an economy. And to lock this dude away in a cell, to me, seems not right. And people say, "Oh, is it because he's good?" Yeah. Oh, yes, 100%. If it was this, can you imagine? I would not even pay it any mind. Get what the kid looks like now in jail.
Oh yeah,
it's sad. This is a defense of him, by the way. If anyone sees this and is angry,
let me find that.
It is. There it is. It's rough. Now, you said they make them shave their head?
I would imagine, right? Unless you already like joined a gang or something.
What do you think they do the night before he turns himself into jail? What is a family, if the whole family's been shattered, what do you think they do?
I don't know. You can't like just go to Dave and Buster's and like have a good night, right? You got to do something.
Do you think they fuck? No, I'm like dead serious. Like the night before, like when you have someone in your home that looks like that, do you just say, hey? Like if I was the judge in the case, like I would never be a judge, but I would literally just have to recuse myself because I would give him like time served. I'd give him no time. I'd give him not a day in jail. But he would have to come, like we'd do community service in my chambers every week, you know? What if the judge gave him a chance, like I'm in the court and I'm like, hello, and I'm like, you can fuck me or go to jail for 24 years. And then he goes, I'll take the jail. And as they're leading him out, he goes, and I'm bi. Like just a crazy insult. But I mean, what's he doing in jail? Do you think a kid like this, he's going to get bothered, right? By the other people? Mm-hmm. Let's not say where he is. I don't know what the legal issues are here.
Well, that's public information. Though.
What?
Where he's in prison.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we visit him?
I believe we could, yeah.
Can we like reach out to him?
I think we could figure out how to write a letter to him, but I don't think we can call him or anything. No FaceTiming, no nothing like that.
We could write a letter to him. I could be a pen pal to him. Mm-hmm. What are the chances I could fuck him? Like in jail. Do you have to be married to someone to have sex with them? In jail.
I don't think so, no.
I'm wondering if I would go to jail with just the idea that I could be in like a prison relationship with this dude. I mean, I don't know how to react to all this. I'm very sad that the mother and the baby died. It's horrible. I think they should imprison the brother and then the other kid. But this guy isn't just good looking. I mean, he's insanely good looking. That's got to count. If I were the judge, I would say that. I'd be like, it's very hard to even sentence you because you're just this beautiful young man who's going to have a great life. And the judge was like, I know you'll make a woman happy. I know you'll make her very happy. And I can picture you making her happy. I'm thinking about you making her happy. I'm thinking about you make yourself happy. On a Saturday morning when you're alone, you probably make yourself happy. I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of you making a woman happy. I'm thinking of you getting too drunk and maybe making one of your male friends happy. I'm thinking about all of the things that you're going to miss out on. And he's going to come out of prison gross, ugly, bald.
Yeah, late 40s.
Balding.
Yeah.
With skin issues. There's got to be another way. Truly, there's got to be another thing to do with this dude. He only killed 2 people with a car. Literally. He killed like 2 people. There's got to be a better way to handle this situation. You know? And I don't know what it is, but can we write him a letter?
We can write him a letter.
Start composing a letter right now.
Okay.
Dear Cameron. Let's write him a letter. Let's see if he's...
Doc here. All right. Dear
Cameron. Your story moved me. I was a bad driver when I was young. Have you ever masturbated while driving? LOL. You're not spelling it right, dummy.
I spelled masturbating wrong?
I think so. Maybe not.
Well,
Maybe
didn't it
not.
pop up?
Okay.
Oh, I think there's 2 ways to spell it. You can do it with a U also.
Have you ever masturbated while driving? LOL. I have. Have you ever gotten roadhead? I would like to suck you in your car while we drive around killing people. I know you are a good person and you didn't mean it. What does your asshole taste like? I hope you are finding God. This is very tough to write. Can I visit you in prison? Let's now read it back to me because I want to make sure, because I want it to sound good. Like I don't want it. I obviously want to. I think it should be like appreciate the gravity of the situation, but also
You want to be sensitive, but right.
yeah.
Okay. Dear Cameron, your story moved me. I was a bad driver when I was young. Have you ever masturbated while driving? LOL. I have. Have you ever gotten roadhead? I would like to suck you in your car while we drive around killing people. I know you are a good person and you didn't mean it. What does your asshole taste like? I hope you are finding God. This is very tough to write. Can I visit you in prison?
It's not a bad letter. Like, because people need people in jail. I've spoke to some people that have done hard time, and what they really need is something kind of like that motivates them, but also gives them perspective. And I think even though that's short, I think it jumps around a little bit, and it gives them a few different things to think about. Save that. I don't know that we'll send it. We're not going to send it. I really do feel bad for the dude. I don't know what to do. It's very sad, right?
Yeah.
But if he wasn't good looking, no one would care. I wouldn't care. No one would care. But it is crazy when you think about it, as somebody who is a bad driver. Like, you know, it could have been me. It could have been you. It could have been anybody in 24 years. It's a real moral question, you know? Should insanely hot people be subject to the same laws that other... I don't care if this kid killed my mother. I would not want him in jail. Truly. I'm not even... If he killed my mother, my father, my stepmother, my aunts, uncles, I'm telling you right now, if this guy killed my entire family and most of my friends, except Ben, because we got to do this. But if he killed everyone I knew, I would still get on my knees for him immediately and say, you know, hey, you are, someone is that good looking, they should, it is kind of a superpower, you know?
If the rich and famous don't go to prison, why should the hot?
That's a good question. No one's even famous anymore, really. I mean, look at that face he makes with the big eyes when he learns he's getting 24 years. It's brutal to watch. It's brutal. He learns he's getting 24 years. That's tough.